It's a show like nothing else you've ever seen. Three's Company. They come to you from Andy's every Wednesday night, and there's nothing you can see that's as funny.
I love this woman.
Love this woman.
And this song.
Love Robert Soleil for writing that song
Robert
for us.
Soleil from Street Fighter, a Rolling Stones tribute band, did our music because they kept ripping down the first couple of minutes of our show.
Because of the Facebook...
Facebook police.
The music,
you know,
you weren't allowed to do copyright.
Exactly.
Yes.
Copyright infringement. So, here we are tonight. I'm Mandy Jones. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm next to...
Bonnie Scalisi. How are you out there in quarantine land?
Yeah, I know.
It's starting to lift. I'm starting to see... I actually have been out twice to a restaurant outside, and I heard that today is the first day they're opening up restaurants 50% capacity inside.
Nice.
So that's really a wonderful thing. I really miss going out to eat in restaurants.
Yes, I know. Well, we all do. It's like... we've all been stripped from these little things, and it's good because we did get back to a lot of basics. Like, I planted vegetables that I probably wouldn't have gotten around to if I hadn't been working remotely from home, and you and my mom and the boys went for a walk because like you said, usually they would have been in programs they would have been. So we're all finding little benefits of having to be stuck with yourself. Self-soothing, if I may.
I unfortunately have the opposite. I'm more busy than I've ever been before because
you can't make any excuses.
My boys are home with me, and I'm doing all these things that to take care of them. I used to have the day and to myself, and now I do not have the day to myself. They used to go from their day habs to after school programs. So I would have like the whole day up until like 6 o'clock, and now they're with me 24 hours a day, except when they're sleeping or I get a babysitter for them.
Yeah.
So I have the opposite problem. I wish I could,
plant a garden.
Plant
I'm
a garden.
Sorry, all you people that have kids.
Yeah,
rubbing it in.
All the people that have kids.
Yeah.
This is not a fun time.
Well,
for us.
a lot of them, and they're like, you could do your job remotely with your kid on your back, like a monkey. You sit, and the toddler's literally like on your head while you're working. Like,
if you are a working parent, and you have your kids home, God bless you.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm not working, at least. I'm retired, so I don't have to work. I worked for 32 years, so that's enough. But, the people who have to do the job in the house with the kids. I even saw some videos of people with pets bothering them while they were working.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, the pets have never gotten more walks and more, like, outdoor time, because you could let them out. They used to,
Oh, my God. There's so many memes about cats that are like, why is my human not leaving the house? They're really annoyed.
Yeah, I literally saw a video. It was a guy, he probably was in his 50s, very jacked, in shape, clearly like a runner, and his dog quitting on him. Literally, it was a black lab, and the dog was laying down, and he was he left the leash on the ground, I'm gonna leave you, and the dog was like, all right, fine, and it's like, no, come on, you could tell it was a smart dog, but he was like, dude, we've been running fucking for miles.
The dog's like, get your own hobby, stop dragging me on it.
Yeah, seriously, my knees hurt, dude, I'm not trying to impress ladies, I'm just trying to chill at the house.
Well, we have a lot of people starting to tune in, and our topic tonight, last week it was empowering women, and women who have made a difference in our lives. This week, it's men who have made, because it was just Father's Day, It's men who have influenced us. And even if you're a man, you still can have men. It's not a homosexual thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But if you had a man who influenced your life in a positive way, we want to hear your stories.
Right.
When we tell you our stories, we like to mix it up.
Right.
So I'm sure there's somebody out there who influenced you, whether it's what job you do or what you like to do in your spare time. Somebody must have influenced you.
Right. Who drove you to stuff when you were a kid? Who brought you where you needed to be? Who listened to you when you fucking babbled like a little idiot with a undeveloped brain? We got Joan Krupiescher, we got Robin DeVito joining the party, we got Bruno in here, Adam Snare, what up? He said, "Ladies of Two's Company, fuck you." Pee-wee is a member of our group here.
Oh, there's a lot of people tuning in. Johnny McDonald, how are you? Bill Hansen.
Hello.
I think you said Joan Cooper. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Felix.
twice.
Felix is watching. He has a show
Jeannie
here.
Duggan, she watched Glenn and I do our quarantine life. Oh, can we talk about your quarantine life?
Okay, and Darren Dillon is watching.
Oh,
Hi,
hey, Darren,
how are
get
you?
in here, you big lug.
Yeah. Glenn Cook is watching. Robin DeVito, our pal, is watching. Adam is saying, stop bragging, Bonnie retired. I'm telling you, if I worked one more day, I think I would have killed myself.
Yeah, Bonnie was going to kill somebody, so they actually asked her to leave.
Yeah, that job was, I was at the end of my rope with that job. Robin's already starting. Robin, I'm not even going to read that on air. But do you want to go first with your first inspirational story?
Well, did you want to talk about your dad?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Blah.
Well,
Okay.
and we do have a couple of housekeeping things, but we'll get to that later.
My dad was the first one on my list.
Okay, good. So let's hear it.
It was Father's Day, but I had done Quarantine Live for Governor's Radio has at 2 o'clock every day. Different hosts of Governor's shows share a slice of their life during this quarantine life, and it's been really tough for me, but one of my I just watched you go like this like a beauty. One of my most influential people that was my dad, and so I took the camera for Quarantine Life into my house. I usually visit him 4 times a week anyway, and I just did what I usually do when I go over there. Usually I bring booze and I do his banking, and whatever he needs, because he has people that take care of him that because he has dementia, but they don't drive, so they cook his meals, and he's doing really well. I mean, he just has bad short-term memory, but he could still, carry on a conversation. He knows who I am. He's 91 years old, but he has always been a big inspiration in my life. He always was proud of me. Even when I fucked up, he was proud of me. He always says wonderful things about me, and he's so generous with his money. Gotta
love that. Gotta love a dad with a big open wallet.
I could go up to him and be like, Dad, could I have $10,000? He'd be like, sure, get my checkbook. But that's neither here nor there. That's another reason to love him. But I'm the same way. Like, I think I got that from him. Like, if he has it, he'll give it. If he doesn't have it, he won't give it.
Right.
But he is very, very generous, and he is at the top of my list. And I was so touched that so many people came onto the live and were saying hello to him. And then my cousins from California, they were watching.
Yeah, that was cool. Cool.
And then one of them was messaging me after that. It made him miss his dad and his mom who passed away.
But they live on.
Yeah.
But I didn't mean to cut you off. No,
but that's basically it. So, hi Lou Prax. If it's okay, I just want to. This has nothing to do with our topic, but Lou, we were just talking about all the people in quarantine who have their children with them during quarantine, and especially special needs kids. And my friend Maria, she said to me, what did you hear about Josh's program? Because our boys are in the same program. And they're not starting until maybe September. So basically we've been abandoned. And I said to Marie, you know what? If you're really you don't want to get together because of the virus or whatever, but how about we start doing our own play dates on our own trips, because nobody's helping us.
Right.
They call all the time to check and make sure our boys are okay, but we're on our own now.
Yeah.
So Lou, if your wife wants to join in on this or whatever, just messenger me after, because it's great. The restaurants are starting to open up 50% capacity. Maybe we could just bring our boys out, get them to see some other children besides. Get my brother on that list.
Oh, sorry. Stop fucking dissing my brother. Yeah, well, Lou Pratt's my little brother has autism as well.
I can't believe I did that.
Mary. I'm
yes.
totally fucking with Bonnie. Everyone knows I'm joking around. But
I just was on a walk with them last week. That's the kind of thing that I do.
But we're talking about it's a great idea. We have to have these new little outlets for ourselves. If they're not gonna gonna have a program, moms of autism need to band together, and
we have to
you guys
help
gotta
ourselves.
exactly. You guys gotta do what's the coolest part about going out with my mom and Bonnie and the boys was the boys were bonding. Like Josh, Bonnie
yeah,
always says,
yeah.
Bonnie always says, Josh, you know, he walks slow, and Brandon is the one in the front. But Josh was breaking a sweat to keep up with James, you know,
Yes.
just because the three of them, it's cooler, you know, we're lame as hell, obviously.
I was the last one in the back.
Well, Bonnie also had, like, slippers on. You had little sandals,
Yeah.
but we had a great time. No, but what was great about it was my mom and Bonnie connected on a whole new level.
Absolutely.
The boys were bonding, and that was great, but Bonnie and my mom were connecting on a whole new level,
Right, the
too.
adults need some interaction besides with their own children every day. And yeah, Ed is watching. He goes, yes, Ed, we're so happy that you tuned in. And Lou Prats is saying Brian's doing the school camp, but that would be great.
Oh, I think James does have a school to camp. The summer thing, I think, did start. But still, outside events, let's get them organized.
Camp Anchor that Brandon goes to, Josh doesn't go to that camp. But Camp Anchor is a 6-week camp, and they're doing 1 week out of the 6. But I'm just happy for anything.
Right,
But
right.
their day programs are completely shut off.
And it's not even about you, it's about the kids. Like,
Yeah,
all my
yeah.
friends with typical kids are like,
Right,
they're
the
not,
kids
they're
are
like,
bored.
They're like,
bored.
after 4th grade, my parents couldn't teach me math.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine if a
It's
10th grader came home with history? They're not learning it.
The
You're
math,
not gonna...
the math in kindergarten is harder than calculus now. It's insane what's going on. It really is. But
Lou Pratt said tomorrow is Brian's birthday. Happy
Oh!
birthday, Brian, tomorrow. That's awesome. How old's he gonna be, Lou?
Tell him happy birthday.
I don't know how old Lou's son is. But should we do
I met Lou's son. I met him.
Should we do a couple of housekeeping things?
Sure.
Before we forget.
That one we'll do twice.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Tranquility. It's a foot spa and salt cave. It's reopening on June 15th, which already passed, so it is open for business. Give yourself the relaxation and wellness boost that you deserve. They offer salt cave, salt therapy massage, yoga meditation, and so much more. Call 516-280-7539. That's 516-280-7539. They are located at 700 Franklin Avenue in Franklin Square, and you have to say that Bonnie and Mandy from Three's Company sent you.
And we're going to go and get a massage.
Oh yeah, Bonnie and I are
together.
going to have our own little spa day for sure. We're
Yes.
going to head over to Tranquility.
And we'll tell you how it is.
Exactly. And as I try to always mention, we have a group page called Three's Company Radio Show 2. So whenever Bonnie and I do promos like this, and you say, in 3 weeks, you're like, what was that massage place? You are a member of the group, and it's just really easy to find the post. I don't flood the thing. It's literally the episode posted once. I don't put memes. I don't put other shows on there. It's literally to the basics. It's what we're talking about this week. Promos that you can get through our show. And that's about it. We try to keep it low-key because I know when stuff gets flooded too much on the feeds, I don't want to hear what everybody else has to say. I do. I really do. I love everybody. But can we have one little central hub for Three's Company Radio Show, too?
And can everybody share the page right now?
Yes.
You're sitting there. Just press the... I don't know how to do it while I'm watching the show for some reason.
Share button right there,
But when
Bonnie,
I press,
right
the share button, it only lets me share in Messenger. So that's why I share the show after. But
You might
if
have
you
some
know,
settings we gotta fix.
Yeah, you gotta help me. If you know how to share our show, could you just press the share button right now to help us, tune in? So Lou Pratt's son is turning 20 tomorrow. Felix has a story about his dad. Charlie Meyer, how are you? Edward Hart. It's his first time enjoying. Welcome, Edward.
Oh, welcome, Edward. Hello.
We're doing men in our lives who have influenced us. And it's not a gay thing. So you can type in your stories. We will read them. But Mandy's going to tell her story, and then we'll get to Felix's story.
Yes, and I actually have, don't let me forget, Heather, one of our honorary members, my cousin, she messaged me some stories. And, hey, Kristen Tinsley. Kristen! Tezza Residential Artist sent me a couple that I want to also get to, so don't let me forget to plug.
Okay.
They had some stories.
Oh, she's depending on me to remind her that's
yes,
that's trouble. But we'll try.
We're gonna try, Taz. We're gonna try.
Kristen, I love you. I got to see her the other day at Teresa Farrell's house, with Fat J. We had a cool. Oh, and there was another comic there that I know her on my mic. Kristen, what was the other comic's name? I just friended her. That came with her husband. We had the best time.
Oh, good. Where was it?
It was in Teresa's backyard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
Good.
So you go first.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with the very simple and easy go-to. I'm gonna start with my dad as well, my biological dad. He, first of all, my sister was born in 1985. I'm born in 1990. So when they had me, they had a girl, and they just said, now it's going to be a boy. That just makes sense. We'll have one boy, one girl, one boy.
You were supposed to be a boy?
They just expected me to be a boy. And every time my mom went to the hospital to check the gender, my legs were like crossed and they couldn't tell. So and it's funny because I'm like, well, bi, but, or actually bi, but anyways, they could never tell my gender. So my dad and mom were just like, we have a girl, it's got to be a little boy. Like, I came home in a blue outfit. They knew that my name was going to be Timmy, and it was just funny.
Oh my God, it's funny that you say Timmy, because my boyfriend has this thing about making fun of people with the name Timmy.
Oh, really?
Well, he's not watching. He's probably watching on a computer, but Michael, if you're watching this, type in one of the Timmy jokes. I don't know if you can type in, but whatever. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're all good. So my dad, so they expected me to be a boy. So my dad just came to grips that even though I was a little girl, he was going to start raising a little boy. And I didn't have the little kitchen set. I had the one that has the hardware with the drill bit. You know what I'm talking about, for the little boys?
Yes.
And I had a Barbie Lamborghini that I loved, and that I drove around in. I have a picture of me on Christmas, like, so cheesed out, like, so great.
I always wanted to have one of those little cars.
They
had invented them when I was born.
What I would do to get that little car back. But, yeah, no, my dad was just, my dad is unapologetically himself. And it's really hard for some people to, if you just don't like me, go fuck yourself.
What happened?
I know, we're getting a little glitchy. I think it's the, it might just be the,
I don't know.
We look good here, though, so I think it
guys,
just might be up
could
there.
you just type in if we're freezing or something? I don't know. It's like a little frozen.
So my dad is unapologetically himself, which makes you, you need to be open to criticism and stuff, but he was very much just like, if somebody doesn't like it your way, fucking my way or the highway. And so it was empowering.
Are we skipping?
Are you skipping? Oh, you are skipping. I guess she means.
All right, we're gonna try to fix that. Can you type in? Can you hear us at least?
Here.
Type in if you can hear us.
Guys, hold on 1 second, because Glenn and I the other day we stopped streaming. Are you sure you want?
Yeah, because you can see what's happening.
All right, we should be streaming live again right now, guys. Hopefully we are back up and running. I'm gonna assume we are, Bonnie. I'm gonna look for a second link.
Does that mean we shouldn't say anything naughty about anyone else?
Oh my God, should we
just
not?
In case someone's listening.
We could just the show. Well, the show is going on. We're streaming right now, so whether it's a good picture or not is a different story.
It looks like you've got like magic powers, like you've got like all these like diamonds turning into.
It's a little glitchy, is what I'm saying. Well, let's see. Let's give it a minute, because this is the lag. So now that it's fixed, it might fix itself.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So
yeah.
You were talking about your dad.
Yeah, my dad is just a son of a gun, and he is unapologetically himself, and he's one of the main reasons I'm a comedian, because I just have endless material, because he's a fucking nut. And but he taught me how to bowl. My parents are divorced, and he picked us up every other weekend, and we ended up finding that if you go to a bowling alley we went there at 11 o'clock on a Sunday one morning, they go, oh, it's $1 a game.
Ooh.
So we ended up bowling every other Sunday for most of my childhood. So just, yes, my dad.
It's fixed. I think it's fixed.
I think we're looking good now.
What did I do? I lost the comments.
All right, let's see. It looks like I think last time this happened to Glenn and I, it just started generating it again. I think we're, say someone's angry. I think we're good now.
All right, we're back. I think.
I think we're gonna check it out. I'm gonna reclose it down here.
It keeps. Yeah, no, this is back to the same thing that we had before.
It's
the,
glitchy
that's
again?
the picture that it froze at.
Oh, we're not moving, you say?
Yeah, we're frozen. That's what Robin was saying. We're frozen. This damn technology.
All right, so should I try stop streaming again?
Hi, everybody. We're gonna stop streaming and start again. So just give us
a. All right, I just tried it again, Bonnie. Try that might not have been working just now. Try the tell them about Jerry Lewis again. I think we missed the Jerry Lewis story.
So should I?
Because now it's saying stop streaming. I think we're good now. Okay, so Bonnie was telling a story about, we don't know if we're lagging. We don't know if we're just talking to each other, if we're talking to the public right now. We're
going to try again. We're going to try again. So, again, at a young age, if you heard this story, just tell me to shut the fuck up, okay?
Just blah, 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 blah,
I hate repeating myself.
But we don't know if we got it, so we got to do it again.
Oh, this looks new. It's like I'm handing you.
All right.
Bill, are we back?
Are we back?
Are we back? Oh, I think this is the beginning of the episode because I'm saying hi to Johnny McDonald. I think this is what we had before.
For the love of
Christ. This is what we had before.
All right, we're a half hour into our show, and we hope this is working.
I'm gonna give this to you to try to.
We hope this is working.
We don't know. Worst case, we'll do Facebook Live. If we don't know, we're gonna try one more time. To the stream and
it's bizarre, but anyways, we're talking about men that influenced our lives, and Bonnie was telling us about a Jerry Lewis concert that she went to.
Poor Mandy, she's gonna have to hear it a third time.
How old were you?
I was 9 years old, and I used to watch Jerry Lewis on shows with Dean Martin, and I would crack up, and I loved Jerry Lewis, and I found out he was going to perform in Connecticut. We lived in Syosset, and I asked my parents, could we go see Jerry Lewis? And my dad's like, okay, I'll take them, me and my best friend. So we saw Jerry Lewis in person, and I got his autograph. And then we were driving back in the rain, and my dad couldn't see because it was like coming down in buckets. And that was the first time I ever heard him curse. Like he was like cursing like a sailor
because
he was like he thought
like,
we were gonna die.
Life.
Yeah, like
seriously.
Like here, I'm trying to do something good for my daughter. I got her to see this show. Let me go get home alive. For the
love of God, I'm just giving it a second to load here because even when it's working usually perfectly, it takes a second. Unless we open it up and. I don't know, guys. This is fucked. I think it's got to be the broadcast. It's got to be Boxcast. So what we could do?
Facebook Live.
We're gonna have to do Facebook.
Facebook Live.
Always.
Here's a wine bottle.
All right. Do we trust that? Do we trust that? I'll stop shooting.